Twitter having some issues. We live though. Good morning,
Twitter's
good morning,
down.
good morning, good morning, good morning.
Might need a Kosty. Yo.
What's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey.
No. Rewind.
I know, I'm gonna redo it, but I'm confused. Why?
Twitter's down right now. Twitter's down.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Been down for the last 30 minutes.
Is it owned by Verizon?
What the hell?
Yeah.
My show is not working. All right. Well, sorry. Technical difficulties. It's been that type of week, but we're back. Yeah. What's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on this beautiful money-making Friday here with Pick Dawgz Morning Show. We live 365 just to give you guys our thoughts, opinions, and how we see today's action playing out. Small card today, really small card. We just got, 7 college hoops, 5 NHL, 5 NBA. It's the calm before the storm because tomorrow, y'all know what it is, locked and loaded. We got a locked and loaded weekend coming up. We got NFL playoffs starting tomorrow. And, of course, on Sunday, huge college hoops card tomorrow. We got the national championship on Monday night. So it's a good weekend coming up. It's a little appetizer today, and I got 2 great guys to help me break down some of today's action. I got Kosty Durant, Kosty Saphir, however you want to call him. You can call him. I like Durant. Formerly K. Diddy. What's happening?
Yay! That's what I want to call him.
I don't like Durant. Cost me money last night. Man, what kind of fourth quarter did the Rockets put out yesterday? It was just ass. They were in the game the entire game, and then the fourth quarter, they just got absolutely dog walked. Happens. Took it on the chin. Glad for my the hockey group that swept the board with 3-0 with all dogs. Been really profitable all season, and I don't know a goddamn thing about hockey. So it's been good to just follow it and understand why they take the positions that they do. Been more in line. I think next year I'll be able to start breaking it down for you guys. But overall, good day. But man, the Rockets fucking let me down.
Yeah, fuck the Rockets. I've been pissed at them all week. I've been pissed at them since they lost outright to the damn Kings. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Kings, though. They've been playing well. We'll talk about them here momentarily. Jeremy, back from Cancun, man. Welcome back.
Yeah, flew down with Dak and the boys, CD, Lamar. Yeah, man, it was a good time. I mean, I had one crazy story where somebody was talking behind me at the concert, and I looked at my wife, and I'm like, do you want me to tell this guy to shut up, or do you want to go move? Because there were no seats. Everybody's standing, but my back started acting up, so I was sitting on the ground against this fence, and this cat behind me would not shut up. And then eventually people started staring, and I'm going, what the hell's going on? I realized the headliner of the concert was the guy right behind me talking the entire time. Noah Khan, no relation. So it was I almost turned around and told him to shut the up. That would have been great. You know how much I paid for these tickets? Oh, you do. You created the price. That's okay. All right.
So what was he saying? Like he was just narrating the.
It wasn't anything wrong. Like for me, if you buy seats to a concert, I don't want people talking around me. You pay good money. You go to a field, you can move somewhere else, whatever. People are going to talk. It's just what happens. He wasn't doing anything wrong, but he was just constantly talking. And I think he was talking to another artist, another one of the bands that were there. And just saying, hey, this is the best spot to watch the concert and telling them all the things. I'm like, come on, man. Can't you guys go do this?
It was until you over here yapping.
Well, it's funny you bring that up. And it reminded me of one of my favorite Mitch stories of all time is they're at a Grateful Dead show. They're the reverse. They're the people that are talking. So Micah and Mitch are rooting in. It was a summertime. So it was like an 8-leg baseball parlay and they had 1 leg left. And they're watching it, and they're at the Sphere. Obviously, people paid really good money to see those tickets. And this lady's like, can you keep it down over there? And they're like rooting in the 8th inning on the last leg of the 8-legger. And Mitch turned around, and he said, mind your own business. Mind your own business. I was able to recreate that, actually. I went back last year for March Madness. I'm also seeing the Grateful Dead. With Carrie and Micah, and I'm rooting in the last leg of my parlay. It was Michigan against who they play in the first round. I think it was UC Davis, and I had the last leg, and I'm sitting there rooting it in. Of course, all these hippies around me. I'm on the floor, or like they're twirling, They're just hanging out.
It's white
They're
people
all-
dancing. That's
Yeah.
WIPIPO, white people dancing. That's all it is.
They're just literally spinners. They just spin in circles.
Or they do this over and over again. Yeah, what's going on?
And I'm rooting in the last leg, and I'm obnoxious. I'm loud. I'm not dancing to the music. And this guy looks over at me. He's like, you're being really distractive. And knowing for a good story, I look at Carrie, I look at the guy, I said, mind your own business. And the last leg hit. So
yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
but yeah, overall it was a good time except for my picks. I had some issue getting picks up on the site because of connection with my laptop. I did get all my football plays
Did you have
up.
Verizon or
No, it was just I was having issues with stuff loading, and you guys know how we input our picks. Like I would input the pick and it would just keep like it was loading. Like you'd have to wait forever for it to go through. So I did it for every football game. I wish I hadn't because I went 1-5. I did kill it again in props. I killed it in props and still made no money. So, but yeah, I'm looking to get back on track this weekend with the NFL. It wasn't kind to me last week. NHL hasn't been kind to me either. Ironically, the NBA has probably been the best thing for me here recently.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Glad to have you back today.
Thanks.
For me, Money Making Friday. How many games were there yesterday in the NBA? 7? I went 2-5 on the show. Thing is, on the show yesterday, I told you guys, I hate today's card. I hate it. I do not like it. I'm going extremely light. What's crazy, I don't think it's that crazy, but I went 2-0 on the premium side. I cashed the 2 that I liked. So, it'd be kind of one of those things where it's like, sometimes you got to listen to what I'm saying. Like, I know I break down every single game every day, but I don't like every single game every day. And I try to tell y'all and inform y'all when that's the case. And yesterday was that. So I cashed early in the day. Early start time, we had the Magic. What a sweat. What an emotional roller coaster that was. Them boys were down 16 early in that game. We're laying 5 in Germany. So, they did come back, though. They did get it done. Shout out to Franz and Mo Wagner returning back home. Magic got it done. And then I had Are they back? Are they back? I think they're back. Them Thunder Buddies.
oh god.
I think they're back. Shout out to them boys, man. Shout out to them boys as they beat up on them trash-ass Rockets yesterday. So it's a good day for me. Just looking to keep it rolling into today. Been a solid start to 2026. Like I said a minute ago, we got a baby card today, but I'm going to break it down. Let you guys know our thoughts. Oh, shit. That was a sneak one. Like, I didn't even have no warning.
I thought you sneezed and shit yourself at the same time or something.
Nah, that was crazy.
That even like surprised you.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right, y'all. But you want to do it? You want to jump into today's action?
let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll start where I like to start usually, and that is the National Hockey League Association, NHLA, our own league that we created. And today we got the Sharks and the Red Wings. Red Wings minus 185. We got the Panthers versus the Hurricanes. Hurricanes minus 162 at home. Lightning versus the Blues. Lightning damn near minus 200 on the road. We got the best team in hockey. I hate to say it, but they are. And they laying 310. Holy shit. The Avalanche at home in Ball Arena. And last game of the night in the National Hockey League Association, we got the Ducks of Anaheim out on the road facing the Kings. Kosty, what your group saying today in hockey, or if they saying anything?
Unfortunately, this early in the day, if they haven't released games, they're still waiting for goalies to be announced. So I actually don't have any plays yet. Usually by this time of the day, they're already released. Unfortunately, guys, I would love to give you guys a play, but I do not have anything as of yet.
Fair enough. Jeremy, what you looking at today in the National Hockey League?
Yeah, I got 2 NHL plays up on the premium side. I'll give one out for free. I like Carolina at home. I think people are going to look at the price tag and think it's a little high. Understand that. I just think Carolina's the better team in this spot. I'll gladly take them at home minus the 150 to 60, whatever you're seeing out there. The other play I have up is in my triple play, and it's a total, but only 2 plays in the NHL for me.
I agree with Jeremy. It probably should be a premium play for me today. So fucking hammer lock. Oh my God, I might got to put this in. Carolina is a hammer lock today. They've lost back-to-back. Granted, both of them are on the road. But I tell y'all all the time, there's three teams in hockey that go stupid, dummy, crazy at home. Colorado, Tampa Bay, and Carolina. So Carolina coming off of back-to-back losses. Guess what? This is also a double revenge game. Oh my God, it's a lot. They've lost to the Panthers both times this season. It really wasn't even that long ago, on the 19th of December in Florida. And then they lost to them on the 23rd, 5-2 in Carolina. So you got home revenge in this one, bounce back game at home. You got the Panthers red hot. I don't like the spot for the Panthers. It's their 5th straight road game. It's a good spot, I think, to take Carolina. They're this sizable of a favorite for a good reason. Give me the Hurricanes. Man, Roof was at that game last night. Mr. Garcia, he was there to make it even worse.
What'd you say, 7 seconds they scored?
Golden Knights, Leafs were up, 5-4? Golden Knights scored with 7 seconds left on the clock. And then they proceeded to win in overtime.
Oh, God.
Damn, that's as bad as it gets, bro. Especially being a fan on the road. Oof. Them road games when your team lose, not fun, man. Remember, what was that, 2 years ago? I remember when I went to Colorado and watched my Rangers get swept by the Rockies. So, you know.
Oof.
At least Roof was able to see 11 goals. That's pretty impressive.
True. What made that trip better, though, Jeremy, was at the exact same time the Stars were playing the Avalanche in the playoffs in Denver. So it was a 2-for-1.
I had
the Stars ended up winning the series, and that made the trip 2 times better.
So my wife and I went to a concert at Red Rocks. It was planned out months ahead of time. And was it Game 7, Nuggets, Wolves? Was that a Game 7 or a Game 6 going back like 2 years ago? Because they were playing in Denver, and I was at Red Rocks. And I'm looking at my wife going, I want to go to the concert. Don't get me wrong. I was like, can we double dip? I was like, nope, right at the same time. If they'd have made it an afternoon game, I could have done both. But I thought that would have been a cool day, double dipping on a concert and a game. But yeah, I still haven't got to see a playoff game. I've only seen a few NBA games live.
Yeah. I've been to a good amount.
Well, my choice is to go watch the Wizards play, so I don't go to much.
I think the last game I went to Philly and I saw LeBron and Embiid play, which was really cool.
Last game I went to, I'm going to date myself, is I've said this before. I was a Mavericks fan all those years with Dirk and Luka and all the stuff. Trading Luka, I'm done with them. You can have their sorry asses. But I went to see Dirk play Capital One or whatever it was down here. And the tickets I had were right behind the basket. And anybody that's gone to a game, half the game is amazing. The other half of it sucks. So I'm trying to look around, like, how do I get underneath the hoop? What the hell is going on down there? But, yeah, I mean, I usually, like, if I go to games, I go to baseball games more than anything.
I don't know. When is the last time I went to a Mavs game? Let me see. I've only been in American Airlines Center one time post-trade, and that was for the Stars. I went to a Stars game post that. But let me see. When was the last Mavs game I was at, bro? Y'all know me. I'm so pissed.
Yeah, well, I've sent that open invitation to a bunch of people with PickDawgz to come to Baltimore and come see Camden Yards. It's the best baseball stadium.
I'm coming for sure this season. So, I already told you.
I got extra bedrooms, and I live right by the airport, man, so you're good to go.
I will be there. Let me see. When was the last Mavs game I've been to, though? Hold on. That's a good question. Off the top of my head, it might have been the finals game 1 against the Celtics.
How much were tickets for that?
Pretty penny. Because me and my dad went, and we had low seats, too. I probably paid like $3K a piece.
Sounds about right.
But you got to understand, that was my Mavs in the finals with the Don. Like, I had to be there, man.
I didn't miss a single game either.
You just missed it. Like This used to be a Mavericks program. Now I hate them with every bone in my fucking body. I'm sad. But I want to say that was the last game I went to, was the finals game.
Yeah, I mean, that trade for whatever that Anthony Davis, everybody calls him Mr. Glass. He's like IKEA. You trade for him, you got to put everything together and make sure it works. But that trade's going to go down as one of the worst trades in NBA history.
I don't really remember if I went to a game that following season. I might have, so it might have been one of them. But it's either that finals game or like one or two games the following season after that, right before he got traded. So it's one of those. I tell you all the time though, basketball is probably my favorite sport, but to go to, it's probably last. I don't know. Like, number one, my favorite event to go to, hockey. I'm sorry.
I've never been.
Nothing beats a hockey game. Like, it's just beautiful. Like even the two half times, the 15 minutes in between, you get fucked up, and then everybody come and they turn for the third period. Like, hockey is number one.
No, playoff home football games are the best. Unfortunately, hockey. Jay, you just haven't had any.
What?
Playoff home football games.
Yeah, I don't know.
One day you'll understand.
Jay's making me feel like Chance the Rapper on Saturday Night Live. We're going to do the hockey. Like, how come y'all never told me about this, man? This stuff's amazing.
Yeah, like,
can I give you one?
Live playoff hockey? Nothing beats it. 2, playoff baseball. Oh shit. My number one moment still, as a sports fan, is against them Orioles. Playoffs. When Adolis Garcia hit that home run. What was that, game 2 or 3?
Yeah, I think it was 2. But hold on, I'm trying to remember who you guys had home field then, right?
No, y'all had home field because we went there, beat y'all the first game, and then I think we came home.
Okay, I'm trying to remember back to it, but I remember the home run. I just don't remember where it was in the series.
Yeah, I remember it was off Kramer. Like, I remember like it was yesterday. That's the number one moment in my life as a sports fan. Like, even when I talk about it, I get goosebumps because in that moment, I have it on video and everything. I screamed like a little girl, but that was one of those moments for the first time in my life. You got to remember, this is the wild card. I knew we were winning the World Series off of that hit right there. Like, that was just one of the moments where it was like, oh shit, this is real. You know what I mean?
So like, it's funny what you're talking, because I used to do this all the time. My favorite sport to watch at home is football. My favorite sport to play was basketball. And my favorite sport to go watch is baseball. But the other caveat that came into that, if you haven't been to a boxing match, and I would put MMA in there, but let's be honest, there have been times you get grapplers and it turns into gay porn and you're just waiting, 20 minutes for the damn thing to be over. Seeing a knockout live, there's nothing like it because it happens so fast. There's nothing like it, in my opinion.
Boxing is forever ruined for me because I was at the last boxing match I was at. I was with Mitch, A, and B, I watched my hometown hero get his ass pummeled. Oh my God. I still can't believe it. Me and him, we went to Spence Crawford.
That's what I was going to say. Was it Errol Spence and Crawford? Because Spence got in that car accident before that, like the year before that fight.
I'll never forget that, bro. He got his ass whooped. That shit was crazy. So, yeah.
Has he fought since then?
No, he's probably done. We talk boxing on here when big fights come up, but it kind of just sprinkled in. It's kind of a hard sport to just cover like we cover everything else. But
so when I first got into radio, the first guest I ever booked on a show was Burt Sugar. And if you've watched boxing movies, he's the guy with the fedora and the cigar in his mouth. He's a boxing historian. He's wrote a ton of books on him. But when I got my first radio show, Burt agreed to come on every single week and do opposite picks. So we were doing gambling picks in like 2003 on the air, where he would tell you the reason why this team's going to cover and then tell you to take the opposite of whatever he told you to do the first time. So we were doing that for a while. He's since passed, but went out to Atlantic City and saw a fight with him, which was kind of cool. But again, whether it's local boxing, amateur boxing can get boring with the headsets and all that stuff and the gear. But when you're watching guys go at it, the best 2 minutes of my life, well, I can't say that because my wife was involved. The other best 2 minutes of my life was watching this crazy ass two fighters. I don't even know who they are. One's getting his ass beat, and it's almost like he closed his eyes and threw an overhand right. I think they almost knocked each other out. The other guy was standing, holding on to the ropes. He won because the other guy was out cold. It was but it was so fast, man.
I believe it. Man. Kosty, what's the number one for you? Ravens football games?
Home playoff games by far number one. It's just the energy, every play matters. No other sport does that. I mean, I've been to a Capitals playoff game. It didn't do it for me. It was good, but it wasn't Ravens home playoff games. I guess because I've just been a fan and a tailgater my entire life, and it just feels like home.
I guess for me, the reason I don't have the other sports that high is because every time I go, my teams fucking lose. So I guess that's what it is. So the Mavs lost in the finals.
And it's the tailgating. What other sports besides football do you tailgate?
The Cowboys, they ain't even had a chance to go there, so it's not like I've seen that. But last year, my Longhorns, I was there when we got beat by Ohio State. Like, bruh. So,
you know, when you win one of those, though, it definitely takes away from all those stinging losses, man.
I know. So,
but we've also never had college football be relevant in Maryland.
It won't be.
And it won't be. So it's like we've never had the Texas of the worlds to be able to go to a high-profile game. I can only imagine. I mean, my business partners that I've been working with for 13 years are in Georgia, so they're huge Bulldog fans. So to them, it's like that's number one, then the Falcons. It's always the Georgia Bulldogs, then the Falcons. So never had it here, but I can only imagine going to the last football game that was insane that I went to. I did go to the Red River Shootout back in the early 2000s when Oklahoma played Texas, and the way that they split that stadium in half, I've never seen anything like it. I think it's the only game that they do that for. And I was relatively close to the line. I was probably a section or two from the line, and that line is just intense. Yeah. Super intense. At the Cotton Bowl, at the old Cotton Bowl in Dallas. And it was really, really cool. Probably the coolest experience for me, for a college game that I've ever been to.
Yep. Fair enough, y'all. We're just kind of chatting today. It's baby car. So we're just talking it up. We can keep it rolling, though. We'll head to, let's do college hoops. Only 7 games over here today. We got the Storm tomorrow in college hoops. We got Kent State versus Toledo. Kent State laying 4.5. We got the Blue Jays of Creighton laying 1.5 on Providence. We got the Baylor Bears 7.5-point dogs against the Jayhawks. Rock Chalk Jayhawk, fresh off the crazy blowout win over my Cyclones. I'm still hurt. I'm still trying to recover.
They're both coming off of big wins, right? Didn't Baylor beat Houston too?
Did they?
Or am I wrong in that?
I forgot.
Hey, forgive me, man. I was on a beach, so.
But you good. You're good.
I could be dead wrong.
Did Baylor win that game? Let me see.
Was that Saturday?
Baylor is coming off. No, they lost. They got blown out by Houston, but they did just beat Oklahoma State. That's what happened. They were dogs.
That's what I saw. All right, my bad.
Dogs to Oklahoma State at Oklahoma State. I had faded both of these two teams in their last game. I was on Iowa State and I was on Oklahoma State. That was Tuesday. So yeah. We got Ohio 4.5-point favorites over Ball State. We got Loyola Chicago plus 16.5 against Dayton. We got Marquette 4.5-point dogs against DePaul. And we got Boise. No Ashton Genty, but they're laying 5.5 on the Colorado State Rams. Kosty, or Jeremy, what are you thinking today?
Yeah, I put up 3 plays on the site. I have, just looking at these games, there was a couple of them that jumped out to me. And I'll throw out the shootout that I put up. You talked about the Toledo game. I think this is another one of those run and guns. I got it at 169.5. I still like it. I think this is the game that's going to be played into the 80s personally, and even into the 90s for one of these teams. But it should be closely contested, and the fact that it's a closer spread makes me even like it more, that we get our fouls down the stretch to try to win that thing, possibly in the last 2 minutes. But I do think the pace of this game is going to be amazing. So I love the over here. I did take a peek at Creighton. I kind of like them. I did not make them an official play on the site, but I thought they were in a good spot. They've been very kind to me over the years too. The games that I've found where I'm like, hey, I like this spot for Creighton, they typically show up. But I did not make an official play.
Same thoughts, same exact thoughts. I lean Creighton here. I think them being favorites on the road speaks volume. Y'all know the Blue Jays baseball and in the Creighton Blue Jays, they my team. So when I love it, I'll tell you I love it. I don't love it today. I got the exact same thoughts as Jeremy, where it's like I like them, but I don't have any money on them as of right now. So we'll see how it plays out. Let me see. I would go Baylor plus the points, even though I think they're ass. This is one of the most down years for Baylor in recent memory. And I know Kansas is coming off the huge win. Great win. But you got to remember, though, I tell you all the time, I don't think it means all that much. I know they just beat the number 2 team in the country soundly, but you got to know who the number 2 team in the country is. It's Iowa State. And what do I tell y'all about Iowa State? I know I lost on them the other day. I thought it was a good spot that they would win. I'm not that high on this Kansas team, but you got to remember who Iowa State is. They're a team that goes stupid, dummy, fucking crazy at home. You know what I mean? So, like, road, Kansas, they need a good game. It makes sense. Here, I think this has Kansas overrated and overvalued. They are better than Baylor. My line in this game would probably be Kansas minus 4.5, 5, somewhere in that range. So basically what I'm saying is I think there's probably a bucket of value here on Baylor because Kansas State is coming off that big of a win. So I would lean Baylor plus the points. I don't love it because I don't think Baylor's that good this year. I was impressed with how they beat up on Oklahoma State in that game. I still don't think that means a whole lot, but I would lean Baylor. You know, that's kind of just my thoughts. And y'all know what I'm doing, bro. I don't care. Y'all can keep pumping y'all chest. Y'all keep sticking it out saying this is a different team. This is a different year. Same DePaul, same garbage. Big East play, we fade them. As a favorite up and over a bucket, good luck. Good luck to all y'all out there. Give me Marquette plus the 4.5. Give me Marquette straight up money line. Y'all know I'll be beefing with DePaul, and I still don't believe in them. Good season. They're having a good year. I highly doubt they beat Marquette today. I just don't think they do. This is typical DePaul where they lay an egg when y'all start to trust them. So give me Marquette. Kosty?
I'm fading your ass.
Ah!
Listen, you make DePaul a favorite. There's a reason for that. Marquette, talk about a down year for a Baylor. Marquette is having an awful, awful year. DePaul at home is actually in the Big East, has been pretty decent so far. And again, there's a reason why the line makers made them that. I think a lot of people will be with you. Marquette's getting 3.5, 4 points on the road. They haven't won a road game all year. There's obviously going to be they're not going to go undefeated on the road with losses. They're going to definitely at some point win a couple, maybe. I just don't trust them. I think they're the cohesion on this team, I just don't see it. I'm not betting a single game on this college card today. I'm telling you with honesty, I'm not touching a single game, but I'm taking DePaul here as a lean, and I'm also taking Kansas with the blowout. Baylor sucks. They're going to get boat raced today. Kansas at home. This is the spot where you do take them. Yes. Could there be a regression after that hype win that they just had? But we know where they rock it, and that's at home. And in a 7.5 point spread, yeah, would I be more comfortable with Kansas being at 5? Probably, but I think they win this game by double digits.
Hey, and by the way, have you guys, I know I brought it up on here and I've been riding it until the wheels fall off. Overs in Cornell games. Has anybody been paying attention to that? How they give up 100 points in almost every game or score 100 points. I mean, their over has hit, I think, in every game this year except 2.
That's crazy.
It's been going on for 2 years now.
Every time they come up, that you talk about it. Every time.
It's like, and again, I don't want to be that guy that makes you think you just bet it blindly, because it's not the way to do it, because obviously they're going to adjust. But this team cannot play defense, and they can put the damn ball in the bucket, man, and they play fast. And I don't think you expect it from an Ivy League school, and I think people get sticker shock when they see 170 on a Cornell game. Hell, put it up to 190, and I'm probably still going to be going on the over.
Fair enough.
Big
right.
Red.
Let's go to the NBA. Last slot of the day. We got 6 games. We can do 3 and 3. We got Cavs Sixers laying 2.5, total 233.5. We got the Clippers laying 2 on the Raptors. We got the Pelicans 3.5-point dogs in Indy. First 3 to start. I think I'm up first. We just saw this game the other day. Cleveland walked into Philly and beat them up, took them behind the woodshed. Y'all know me, though. I'm a spotting situation better, and especially in hoops. And this game just falls into a really good spot, really good situation. Bounce back game at home. It also happens to be a quick revenge game, but it's a little crazier than that. Bounce back game at home that also happens to be a quick double revenge game because they've lost both meetings to Cleveland this season. Friday nights, y'all know I typically lean towards the home teams. I do think the Sixers play much better here. That first half the other night, they just looked terrible. They just looked terrible in that first half the other night. And Cleveland played one of their best games of their season the other night. Cleveland comes into this game fairly banged up, though. So playing on the spot, playing on the situation, I'm going to lean Philadelphia. And then the other thing about it is expecting Cleveland to stack back-to-back cashes is almost insane. You got to remember, Cleveland is the worst ATS team in the NBA. They have absolutely lit money on fire from an ATS money-making perspective. Just a good spot, I think, to take the Sixers. We'll see what happens. Keep it rolling. I want to take the Raptors right here. I really want to take the Raptors right here. But I think that's just hate. Clippers balling. They kind of playing all right. And I think them favored in Toronto kind of speaks volume. This is a game I'm going to leave alone. I want to take Raptors. I believe the right play is the Clippers. If you get what I mean. You know, sometimes you got to fight yourself in this handicapping thing. You know what I mean? And my gut tells me I love betting Raptors at home, Friday night, home dog, entire country behind them. Clippers, terrible. ATS is road favorites. Like, I could talk myself onto the Raptors here, but in that same breath, Tyronn Lue told us the Clippers were going to go on a run, and they're kind of in the middle of that run. And the Clippers have more talent than the Raptors. Keep an eye on the injury report. Kawhi may or may not play tonight. I'm going to lean towards the Clips, though. Want to bet Raps? I think the play is the Clippers. And Pacers. Pels. Give me the Pacers. I like the Pacers a lot here. It's just I know they're overrated and overvalued. I know they are. I wish I could get 2. I wish I could get 2.5. Up and over a bucket makes my stomach hurt. But as I've said over the past couple weeks, this is the healthiest we've seen Indiana all season long. They're playing their best basketball we've seen them play all season long. Y'all know Indiana's one of my favorite money-making teams. We've made a really pretty penny with them over the past 3-4 years. And one of the spots we make a lot of money with them is at home, especially on a Friday night. This is also a revenge game for them as they lost to New Orleans the first time this season. I gotta take the Pacers here. They've been playing a much better brand of basketball. I think they get this done. This is one where I kind of feel like I might just pay up and go money line, but at the same time, I do believe they're up and over a basket favorite. So we'll see. That's my thoughts here on these first 3. Kosty, what about you?
Where do I start? I'm on the Clippers as well. Even if Kawhi doesn't play, Toronto's depleted as well. Clippers have put together a little bit of a win streak here. I think it's just the right spot for them. Even with the depleted roster for Toronto and potentially Kawhi not playing, I still think the Clippers win the game outright. So you could even take them on the money line to be sure. I'm on the Pacers. They've strung together this little 4-1 ATS over their last 5. New Orleans is depleted as well. I just like them in the spot Friday night at home. And look, New Orleans struggles on the road. So I'll lean definitely Pacers to cover that one. And then Philly, for me, everything you said, double revenge, quick revenge at home again after just getting embarrassed the other night. I actually had Cleveland in that game pretty big. And Philly against winning teams at home has been the spot for them as favorites. They've done really well. Cleveland is still one of the worst ATS teams all year. And I just feel like it's a really good bounce back spot for Philly in this spot specifically to not only win but cover. I don't know, man. It just feels right. Just feels right. So I like Philly, the Pacers, and the Clippers.
Jeremy, how are you feeling these first three?
Yeah, I mean, as I'm looking at it, I kind of agree with the 76ers game. I was looking at it quite a bit. I think we see points here, and I know there's some people missing from the game, but I like them to get up and down the floor. I thought you both, like when you guys started talking about it, I started seeing what Jay was saying on the game because I wasn't on the side here. The same thing with Kosty. But, the Clippers game is the one I'm more interested in. I think we see a lower scoring game. I like a defensive-minded game. The total is showing you the reason why. I mean, it's 216. I've been hammering some of these low totals in the NBA, and it's been paying off. So I like the under in that one.
All righty. Last slot of the day. We got your Chicago Bulls on the road facing the Nets. Nets laying 2. We got the Minnesota T-Wolves 4.5-point dogs in Houston. Houston, we have a problem. The Rockets is hot ass. And we got the Kings laying 7 on the Washington Wizards. Kosty, what you thinking?
Small lean on the Nets. Look, the Bulls have been pretty good ATS on the road this year, but I just feel like the Nets are desperate right now. And this is one of those games where I think the Nets pull it out. Chicago overall on the road has not been good. I'm not trusting them. But there's a reason why the Nets are a favorite at home for this reason. So lean the Nets, not touching the Washington sack game. And I'm coming back with Houston here. What I saw in the fourth quarter was embarrassing. Now they're back at home, back-to-back, no travel, no Ant for Minnesota. I think Houston makes a statement tonight. They win this game by I wouldn't be surprised if they win this game by double digits. That was a prime time game on Amazon Prime, and they laid a complete egg. There was more than halfway through the fourth quarter, they had 6 points. I mean, it was just embarrassing how bad they played in that fourth. I think they have they'll make a statement tonight against Minnesota.
What you thinking, Jeremy, in these last 3?
I don't have anything in these last 3. The more that we've been talking before the show, there is a play that I like here. I don't know if you're going to talk about it, Jay, because I think we're on the same side of that one. But yeah, there's not much in this late window. I looked at the over in the Kings-Wizards game, but ultimately decided to stay away from it.
For me to close it out, I agree with Kosty. I would lean Nets. I think them favored in this game kind of tells you everything you need to know. Not in love with it. Just telling you my thoughts. The Bulls, this team is talking about trading guys. Now they're talking about they're finally finna blow it up. I'm fading them. I'm taking the Nets. Same thing I said yesterday. Until this team covers anything, I'm fading them. It's that simple. No Ant, no problem. Give me the T-Wolves, man. The Rockets just look broken, bro. I haven't liked what I've seen from them whatsoever in 5 straight games. Back-to-back losses in Portland. You get blown out by the Kings. Then you turn around and get blown out by the Thunder. I feel like I'm missing a game in there too. Like the Rockets.
They had a big double-digit spread against the Bulls. They didn't cover.
Yeah, that's what it was. They won by 3 over against the Bulls.
6. But they were basically down the entire game. It's back and forth.
They're just not playing that well right now, man. And the Timberwolves, they're one of the league's best kept secrets. They were struggling against good teams early in the season, but they kind of turned that around. It would be Minnesota for me here. They're not at home too, so this is not a house of disappointment style spot. I get everybody looking for the bounce back for the Rockets, but man, I've been looking for that bounce back for 5 games now. At a certain point, they just ain't bouncing back. So that's kind of my thoughts. Maybe, I don't know. I just don't like their playing. And then on the back end of a back-to-back, I'm cool. Let me give y'all one today, though. I don't want the 7. I'm going outright plus 240 money line. Washington Wizards. It's the perfect spot. It's the perfect spot.
That's the one.
The thing is, bro, the Kings, they've cost me a pretty penny this week, but I'm getting it back today. I'm getting it back. I've been telling y'all for the past month, I think the Kings are the worst team in the NBA. I still believe that. I've told y'all many a times this season, I would take Indiana to go into Sacramento and beat them outright. I would take Washington to go into Sacramento and beat them outright. I would take Brooklyn to go into Sacramento and beat them outright. I think y'all think I'm kidding. And I'm going to show y'all today why I say what I say. The Kings, and it's even more beautiful.
I want to know that I'm not against you on this. I'm just saying for a team that's 8-13, it's not like they've had 2 wins this year at home. They've won 8 games and lost 13. What is the reason of why you pick all these teams against them at home?
Because they're a shit team with no direction, no motivation to play, and that's why. This is a bunch of guys just thrown together on a team. This is like AAU NBA. Like,
they're a panic team, right? I mean, you drafted De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Halliburton, and now neither one of them are on your team. And because you want to trade pieces away and, hey, let's take your trash, you take my trash. I mean, who trades for Zach LaVine to put him with DeMar DeRozan? Like, what are we doing?
What are we doing? We literally just saw that in Chicago, and they weren't even a playoff team in the East.
They took 2 dunk contest winners and they put them together.
They weren't a playoff team in the East, the weaker conference by far. What did you think was going to happen bringing them to the West? What did you think was going to happen? Their best player right now, I hate to say it, is probably Russell Westbrook. I like to say, look, I can see a lot of people tonight looking at this game being like, the Wizards haven't won since the trade. They've been blown out now in 4 straight games. You got the Kings red hot. They've won 3 straight over 3 really good teams. Beat the Rockets outright, beat the Knicks outright, beat the Lakers outright. The Kings stock could not be any higher, and this is the sell high point. This is the Kings coming off their 3 best wins of the season, and on a Friday night at home, they lose outright to the Wizards. It's the NBA, man. It's the NBA, and I believe that wholeheartedly. So I'm on Washington outright money line tonight. I don't want the 7. It's one of my favorite underdog plays of the year, really, of the season thus far. So just tell y'all right here, right now, I will have a pretty penny on the Wizards tonight. So that's it. That's all, man. We did it.
No, we're doing the circa picks now.
Out of here.
Any other 4 games just jump off the page to you? Did you want to talk about?
Before I get into that, I want to get Jeremy's thoughts on who our next head coach is going to be with the Baltimore Ravens.
I mean, for me personally, I hope it's Minter. He's the one I like from Seattle, but a former Ravens coach here. I would not mind. I know some people, because Bisciotti, the owner of the Ravens, was talking about, don't be surprised if they bring in a coach that has a bad record. So to me, what that means is you're looking at Cleveland, you're looking at Miami. If you want to talk about Mike McDaniel, if you want to talk about, Stefanski, I think those names are all in the mix. I just hope they don't do the crappy retread. People were talking about Mike McCarthy today. I'm like, get that guy away from my team. I don't want any parts of that. But ultimately, all these guys they're interviewing, I wouldn't be surprised if 2 of them come here and one's a coordinator / head coach and the other one's the head coach. There will be somebody that's set in charge, but I'd like to see Mike McDaniel here in some capacity, but not as the head coach.
Yeah, Jay sent that to me where that's my dream team. Brian Flores, head coach, Mike McDaniel, OC.
I'd have no problem with it. I mean, the stuff that Ryan Fitzpatrick said about him Flores when he was there, and he has nothing to gain from bashing him or praising him. And I felt like he was very fair, saying he treats it like he's a dictator and he rubs some players the wrong way. In this day and age and how much money these guys are making, I could see that blowing up in your face, but I think he's an excellent coach, especially defensively.
Man, I think he's a great coach. And, he got ran out of Miami, but hindsight's 2020.
Yeah.
But what do you think was going to happen? They made him draft Tua instead of Herbert. Let's draft Tua instead of Herbert.
He was right. He said that. He said Tua's ass. I'm not attaching my wagon to this trash. Boom.
Did you hear Darren Waller talking about Tua? He goes, in practice, this guy is freaking amazing. The ball's going everywhere it's supposed to be. It's zipping here or there. I don't know if I believe that part. But said he looks totally different in games than he does in practice, and it's crazy. There's going to be a lot of turnover.
Honestly, I don't know how much I believe from CTE Waller. So,
but also it's like you put Tua in the game. Now his clock in his head is all fucked up. Now it's like 3 seconds. I got to get the ball out or I might get another concussion and die. So practice, you're not getting hit. So yeah, it's coming out clean. It's looking good all over the field. But game time, you have guys that are coming at you, and the clock is now a second short than what it used to be, and he doesn't have the physical skills to be able to run anymore and be tall enough to see. There's a lot of things about Tua that I said coming into the league was going to be his downfall. Obviously, I didn't expect him to have as many concussions as he had, but he was a great leader on a team that had insane talent at Alabama. And we've seen a lot of those quarterbacks, but Bryce Young is the one that's proven us wrong. Went from being toast to now being a decent NFL starter. He's average.
I mean, Jalen Hurts is there too.
They're all trash. Hurts, Mac Jones, Bryce Young, Tua, all trash.
Can I throw something in for this weekend? It's one of the best games, the Bills and the Broncos. And as much as I've been screaming about Cornell overs in college hoops, I've been screaming, bet the unders on tight ends against the Bills. Just go look it up and see the numbers of what they've done to opposing tight ends. I think the last 5 games I've hammered the under on receptions and the under on yards in tight ends against the Bills, and they have just been printing money. This week, it's Evan Ingram. His props are 21.5 yards, and I'm still telling you, take the under. And his receptions are 2.5. I like the receptions under more than the yardage because you could get that on one broken play. But last week against Brenton Strange, 5 targets, 2 catches, 8 yards. I don't know what it is, what they're doing, but they shut down opposing tight ends.
Bro, don't get blocked, bro. Not today, fam.
Not today.
Don't get blocked, bro. Trying to troll me. I'll give you some quick thoughts on this coming up weekend. Crazy stat I saw: the Broncos are 1-8 when teams score more than 17 points.
That's interesting.
I think we got a great weekend of football coming up. This is gonna be a dog heavy weekend for me. That's what I tell you. It's gonna be a dog heavy weekend. I think every underdog is live in all 5 games this weekend.
4.
5.
He's counting the national championship.
Oh.
All 5 games this coming up weekend, football. I think the dogs are live. So we'll see. In that Seahawks game, I know that's probably the biggest spread, 7.5. We're waiting on the Darnold news. Another crazy
he already
stat.
said he's playing.
Crazy stat from that game. Brock Purdy, 6-0 in Seattle. Never lost in Seattle. Now, the Geno Smith Seahawks and the now McDonald Seahawks are different, but I don't know. As I told y'all last week, I said the Eagles are the most overrated team in the NFL coming off the Super Bowl. And the most disrespected team in the league, the most underrated team in the NFL is the 49ers. That line made absolute 0 sense. There was never a 6-point gap between them 2 teams. The 49ers were the better team all season long. All season long, based on damn near every metric, the 49ers were the better team.
They just beat their ass on the road and held him to 127 yards. Speaking of Purdy, with Seattle. The last game of the year. It's again, I'm not saying that you base it off of that. It's interesting when you see a divisional team and they face a third time in the playoffs and what happens. The Darnold news, from everything I heard, it was just precautionary in case it got worse. Because once you put out the injury report, you're just not adding somebody or do it like it. There's protocol that has to happen. So they were just being preemptive, from my understanding. So it looks like he's going to play.
And then the other thing that I just keep reminding everybody is this is a weird year where a lot of the teams y'all expecting to do it got quarterbacks that ain't got no experience. So it's like just asking somebody to take you to somewhere they ain't never been. Good luck, Drake May. Good luck, Bo Nix.
Caleb Williams.
Good luck.
Sam Darnold.
Good luck. You know what I mean?
Mendoza.
Yeah, even him.
He's so good. I don't understand. It's like one of those guys, the dorkiest guy in the country, and he's just phenomenal at everything he's doing. You're just waiting for the shoe to drop, and it's just the guy is unbelievable.
Mendoza feels like the guy that puts his hand up for the high five. Like, hey, you ready? Oh, what's up, buddy? All right, give me a big one. Big gulps, eh? Cool. It's like, he is so corny. He's so nice, but like he fits in perfectly. I worry about the Cignetti system being part of the reason why he's been so successful.
Yeah, I got chill on my boy. My boy got more playoff wins than your favorite quarterback. I got chill on my boy. I'm just saying. I got chill on him. He played like ass last week, but he got more playoff wins than my quarterback.
They should put in Davis Mills pays the bills, baby.
He got how many seasons has CJ been in the league? 4?
3. 3 for 3.
3 for 3. 3 playoff wins, 3 seasons. Lamar, 3 playoff wins, 8 seasons, 6 seasons. Sorry. I'm sorry. Just saying. The thing is, before that game, the Texans had never, before that Steelers game, they never won a road playoff game. So it's now to do it back to back is a tough ask. But I'm interested to see how MVP May looks against the best defense in the league.
He's not the MVP. Stafford's going to be the MVP. They already announced that before the season ends. So I think Stafford's going to be the MVP. But Drake May got sacked a lot of times in that game. And Drake May is not a first half quarterback. He usually picks it up in the second half. If Stroud, this is the game you're going to look at and say, if Stroud doesn't turn the ball over and just is able to rush the ball like they did with Woody Marks last game, that defense could keep them. That defense could keep any team in the game. And it's amazing. I watched this defense and they rush 4 and it looks like they're blitzing 6. The Ravens are blitzing 8 and it looks like we're rushing 2.
Well, all you have to do is look at Odafe Oweh getting 3 sacks in that game.
No, Odafe Oweh is a beast. I mean, oh my God.
He couldn't get a sack for the Ravens. They trade him and all he's done has been getting sacks left and right.
Unbelievable. And I don't know. I think it's a tough place to play. I think New England has a good culture. They have a good recipe for winning these type of games, but Houston is resilient. I'm just saying, if Stroud does not turn the ball over, I don't think the Nico Collins news is really that big of a factor. They have a lot of guys with Higgins and CK and a tight end, and they have a good enough team.
Stephen A.
Charlie Kirk, baby. Did you see the videos that they made? It's hilarious of him going out catching passes. They put Charlie Kirk on Christian Kirk's body, and he's just running around in a suit catching passes.
Oh, my God, bro. That's probably the clip of the week, bro. He said, Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
Charlie Kirk right there with Kirk.
All 4 dogs are super live.
Super
live. The weather factor in Green Bay and it's a different look. I mean, sorry, in Chicago. It's a different type of cold in Chicago. It's a little bit like a moist cold where there's a little bit of it's not that mile high, dry air cold. It's just different, man. And so far we haven't seen Stafford play in these conditions and win So there's a lot of really cool narratives going into the weekend where teams haven't done certain things, like San Fran winning all the games they have at Seattle, where, you know, Stafford hasn't won this type of game where potentially it could be a little bit of snow. It's going to be negative 5-10 degrees with the wind chill. And how do you count out Caleb Williams? He's the guy that misses all the easy throws and has the worst completion percentage, bottom 10 in the league. And the hardest throws are the easiest throws for him.
He got to throw of the year to me.
That fourth down was throw of the year.
Did you guys see the weather report for the games this weekend? So New England has a chance of snow depending on if it drops a little bit. It's supposed to rain some. And it's right now when I was looking at it, was around 34, 35 degrees expected for Sunday. So not freezing, so that would be rain. Denver, same thing. Colder temps, could get some rain, could see some snow if it drops. And I think the big one, as you pointed out, is Chicago. They're calling for like temperatures possibly in the teens. It always says rain ahead of time, but it's going to turn into snow depending on how bad it gets. And there's going to be wind. I wouldn't be shocked if you start to see that total in that game just dropping as people are expecting a bad weather game.
Fair enough, man. All right, y'all. Well, that's it. That's all. We did it. We did it. Covered everything under the sun. Talked a little football. I'm gonna tell y'all right here, right now. I'm gonna tell you right here, right now. On Monday, y'all know where I'm at. Y'all know where I'm at. I don't even want the 8.5. We going outright ML. That's where I'm at. So I'm just getting y'all that right here, right now. If Miami did not get to the national title to lose at home to Indiana, it's not happening. It's not happening. They can try to do all that manipulation with that line as they want to. They can put it as high as they want to. I understand Indiana beat the snot out of Bama. I understand they beat the living shit out of Oregon. I'm telling you right here, right now. Clip it. For the GOAT. For the GOAT, man. We'll see. Can't wait, man. But that's it, man. Parlay time. Parlay. Or no, actually, Kosty, what's going on in Safer Syndicate group?
Right now, Eric and myself, like I said, we're fully dialed into the NHL underdogs. It has been a very viable group that we've been associated with. So if you're interested and you want to get connected and learn how you can get connected with us, the number is always on PickDawgz Premium Dropdown, either the Dime Club or Sharp Trading Plays. Either one goes to Eric and myself. So reach out if you're interested.
Hop on with Kosty over at PickDawgz Premium. Jeremy, what you got going on?
Yeah, I got 2 triple plays up today, one with college hoops. I got another one with my 2 favorite NBA plays and a top NHL play. My other play, my platinum play, I gave out for free, which was Carolina. Throw a bunch of stuff up tonight. I'm really looking forward to the games this weekend. I feel like I have a huge edge on that national championship game. That's why you didn't hear me say too much about it. There's something I really like in that game. So we'll see. I'm going to have my plays up, everything up for the weekend, probably by the end of the day today.
There you go, man. Hop on with Jeremy over at PickDawgz Premium. Kick the crap out of the books for me, man. It's been a solid start to 2026. I believe I'm number 3 at PickDawgz since the start of the year. Goran's number 1, Brad's number 2, I'm number 3. Coming off a good day yesterday, I went 2-0. Looking to keep momentum rolling forward into a money-making weekend. Today, it's looking like I'm going to have 2 or 3 plays today. Maybe 4. Likely 3. It's probably how it's going to play out. Likely 3 plays for me today. So, you can scoop them up. PickDawgz Premium. I have an NBA Jam Session play of the day, of course. We've cashed 3 of our last 4 on that. So, looking to make it 4 or 5 after today. Let's make it a good weekend. Pair me up with Jeremy or Roof or Ron or anybody else on the site, and let's make it a good weekend. And I dominated the NFL last weekend. I killed them. I missed only 1 game, and that was that Bears game. And I still feel like I was right, bro. I was right.
I'm with you there. Same.
I was on the Packers.
I was right, bro. I don't care. So let's do it again this weekend, man. Now it's parlay time. Parlay. Parlaying up, Kosty.
Let's go NBA. Let's go Clippers, Nets, and Pacers.
Jeremy, what you parlaying?
I feel like we're doing a lot of similar stuff here. Well, give me the under in the Clippers game. I'll take the Wizards plus the points, the over in the Cavs game, and I like the Pacers. That's plus 1,200.
Beautiful one for y'all. Marquette, money line. Minnesota Timberwolves, money line. Washington Wizards, money line. Let's get rich on Friday night in the middle of January. Let's get rich. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We'll be back an hour earlier tomorrow, weekend show format. So, we'll have more people here. Should be a good show, fun show. We got a lot of college hoops tomorrow, 2 NFL, some NBA, some NHL. So be here or be square. Kosty, any final words before we get out of here?
No, just make it a winning day. Let's crack these books today and be ready for a wild NFL divisional weekend. Very excited for that, but don't sleep on college and NHL. Yes, that's coming from me. I'm saying NHL.
Jeremy, any final words, sir?
Yeah, a couple things. So Monday's MLK Day. Don't forget the NBA games start early. We're still starting at 11 o'clock, right? So no switch up there. But yeah, they have 1 o'clock games, 2:30, 3, 5, all throughout the day. So for your viewing pleasure, if you're off work, I would check that out. And to the person that wrote during their spaceship bright and early, I will be in my spaceship the entire weekend. So if you need me, you need to send a message. And if you talk to me this weekend and I'm in my spaceship, which means I'm high as hell, you have an issue with something I said or did, you have to talk to me when I'm high as hell because I won't remember it when I'm sober. So everybody enjoy themselves.
Man, make it a good weekend, man. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know. We'll see y'all tomorrow. We out here.